African Americans think that illegal immigrants take jobs away from them?
Absolutely. I don't know where this other person's getting their information from, but I'm on the ground out here in Los Angeles. We call LA Occupy Los Angeles because we have lost all of our rights. Essentially, black people in LA have been indemnified. We can't even go in the neighborhoods that were once black for fear of getting shot, beaten up, threatened, what have you.
Well, hello, I'm Vincent Rhodes, your host, and we have a problem in this country with illegal immigrants. Illegal immigration is not something that only affects the white community. It is also something that is very detrimental to the black community as well. We're going to hear this report, and I'm going to get out of your way, but I want you to listen to this report because there's a very fine gentleman who has a lot of good information about this topic.
And many Americans believe they're competing for jobs with a growing number of undocumented immigrants. That's according to a Rasmussen report survey conducted just last August. The poll also showed a racial divide between whites and blacks, showing that most white people do believe immigrants are taking jobs away from them, while most black respondents disagreed. To discuss this, we're being joined now by Mr. Ted Hayes. He's a civil rights activist. Thank you for being with us, Mr. Hayes. So can I ask you about this? Do you agree or disagree with the poll? Do you think, do African Americans think that illegal immigrants take jobs away from them?
Absolutely. I don't know where this other person's getting their information from, but I'm on the ground out here in Los Angeles. We call LA Occupy Los Angeles because we have lost all of our rights. Essentially, black people in LA have been indemnified. We can't even go in the neighborhoods that were once black for fear of getting shot, beaten up, threatened, what have you. So, no, and it's not just about jobs, it's about housing, education, health care. It's about our 14th Amendment birthright that they're stealing from us. And I don't blame the people. I do not blame the people. I blame my government for failing to protect us according to the Constitution of the United States.
Well, do you agree with President Trump then that illegal immigration hurts black citizens more than it does other Americans?
Oh, there's no question about it. And not just in the physical realm of job and housing, healthcare, but it's in the whole realm of our identity. For example, you've heard of anchorism, that is anchor babies, women that come to the country illegally and they have a baby and that child becomes a citizen. That is totally wrong. That belongs to the freed slaves.
Hold on, you're saying you're talking about anchor babies. I want to touch on that. So you are against the so-called anchor babies, the babies that were born in the United States, given our Constitution, a constitutional right that those children are American citizens. So you disagree with that law?
That is not true. They've twisted that. It's a custom. If you please take the time and you go to my website and you can study tedhayes.us. They have twisted the 14th Amendment to mean them. It is not. Read the Civil Rights Act of 1866 where it identifies slaves. That was who it's for. It's been a custom and we're going to prove it real soon. And it's unfortunate that these poor people have been lied to and deceived. It's like someone's stealing something from somebody else and giving it to you, and you did not know it was stolen until you find out later the real owner comes and says, hey, you have my property.
So you're saying that this is somehow that law was misinterpreted and that...
Absolutely.
So you're saying the children that are born here, they to illegal immigrants should not be here?
They are what we call presumed citizens based on a custom that is not law, and it has to be rescinded at some point, because if not, we black people are going to be eliminated. We are already genocide in the minds of many people in this country. Whenever the issue of immigration, whether legal or illegal, comes up, you never hear them say, how does this affect black people? You're the first ones that's really brought us into the conversation, and I hope to be able to add more to this conversation as time goes on.
Now, I got to ask, Mr. Hayes, are you against immigration in general? Are you concerned about losing, like you said, jobs, losing housing, healthcare, education, political power, etc., to illegal immigrants? Are you against it in general?
I'm against illegal immigration, which I do not consider illegal immigration. I consider it an invasion, an occupation of our country, particularly in the inner cities, which are called so-called sanctuary cities. That is coming after us. It's an invasion. When it comes to legal immigration, sure, come to the front door. Article 1, Section 8 is for the willing immigrants. The 14th Amendment is for the people who were once slaves in this country, and it can't go on like that. Oh, one more point about that. A lot of immigrants come to this country, and they claim minority status, which therefore gives them civil rights, access to something that does not belong to them. And we black folks, we chattel slave descendants, are being pushed further and further and further into the shadows of American society.
But Mr. Hayes, I think a lot
So
of
we need
people,
to straighten that up as well.
I would argue, though, Mr. Hayes, that a lot of people that say civil rights are human rights, don't you think a lot of people, whoever they are as people in the United States, deserve a certain level of dignity and rights?
Yes, they do deserve a level of dignity and right. They should not be tortured. They should not be harassed. But if I walk into your house, if I walk into Russia without proper authorities allowing me to do so, I will, and you punish me for that, I deserve what I get. If I break into your house and get caught, I deserve what I get. And it's unfortunate for these children that their parents are bringing them into this very volatile and dangerous situation.
Mr. Hayes, what about this though? There are many people that are watching this that are going to say that a lot of immigrants themselves are the job creators. They create the jobs, not taking the jobs, especially there in Los Angeles. I gotta tell you, I'm a Los Angeles native myself, so I can tell you there's a lot of immigrants, both legal and illegal, who are the job creators. What do you say to those people?
I have no problem with that at all. But if they're here illegally, no, it's null and void. For example, if I rob the bank today, and then next week I start giving money out to people, to the poor, the homeless, building hospitals, does that absolve me of my crime? No, it does not, folks. It does not. And that is a problem. People, look, I can't go to Mexico or Guatemala or El Salvador or Russia or Persia or North Korea or China and do what these folks are doing here. And again, it's not their fault. It's the fault of my own federal government for not living up to the Constitution to protect us. We are a protected class, not because of our skin color, not because of our minority-majority status, but because of the cruel way in which immigrant people brought us into this country as slaves against our will to serve immigrants for almost 400 years. And look at the state of black people now in this country. Look at us. Is that right?
Mr. Hayes,
Is that
unfortunately,
right?
I am out of time. We got to leave that right there. But I do hope to have you back on. We got a lot more to talk about on this subject. Thank you so much for joining us. That's Ted Hayes, civil rights activist in Los Angeles.
Okay, so Ted told it all, didn't he? But I wonder how come it takes so long for black people to realize that we have been bamboozled by this entire circus of the liberal left, hoodwinking us into believing that immigration is all about, the putting up a wall is all about racism, and that Donald Trump is the worst person in the world, and all of this bull that we've been led to believe. It's a shame that again, and then black people out there looting. Give me a break. What is wrong with us in this country? We really do need to wake up and smell the coffee. Anyway, Ted is, this guy, Ted, my hat's off to him, because, he's done the research. He's doing the homework. He's out there. He knows what this 14th Amendment is all about. And he knew when it was instituted, it was really for black people and to help them out. And then civil rights is just the rug has been pulled out from up under the black community for that too. And I suppose there are times when people get tired of black people playing the race card, but this is not about the race card. This is the issue really about people pulling together and protecting our heritage, which is the United States of America, something that all of us have a right to and we have a right to it because we were born in this country, and this country has become a melting pot for many different cultures from around the world. But at the same time, we all agreed that we would come one nation under God, under this flag, and that we would seek citizenship properly. And so, what this gentleman is saying is very worthwhile. I hope to hear a lot more from him. Anyway, if you like this channel, I'd like you to hit the like button and also subscribe to it. Remember that if you want to get more videos like this, ring the bell, and then if you ring that bell right beside the subscribe button, then YouTube will remind you whenever I post a video. So anyway, remember until next time that Jesus is the light of the world, and the truth shall set you free.